DweebCast.
Hey everybody, I'm Andy Reesmeyer, and this is DweebCast. We are coming to you from Culver City, California at IndieCade, an independent video games festival. We're checking out all kinds of games, new things coming out from developers, big and small, so let's go check it out. Yeah, so these are indie video games, so you probably never heard of them.
Only about independent games. This is exclusively what we are about.
IndieCade is often called the Sundance of video games. If you want to see what the future of gaming looks like, this is where you start, and the big dogs know that too.
Sony, Nintendo, Ouya, Oculus, everybody are showing their independent games. They're showing games they've either discovered in the past at IndieCade or indie games that are coming out on their platform.
This is not only the first time that we've ever been at IndieCade with a booth, but it's also the first time that Nintendo's ever had a booth without first-party content.
It's kind of wild not to see Mario, Link, and Samus at the Nintendo booths. Instead, they're showing off a bunch of indie titles that you can't even buy yet.
So here, we've got 17 different titles that are on display. Our big initiatives have been to make it as easy as possible for developers to make games for Nintendo platforms.
One that's super cool and different, Tengami.
Tengami comes to us from Yum Yum Games. The basic premise of this game is it's kind of taking inspiration from Japanese pop-up books. So using the stylus and touchscreen, you're opening up books, but you have to solve puzzles and navigate through these areas in order to get from one area to the other. It's also very Zen-like in terms of the mood, the atmosphere, and even the music is absolutely fantastic in this game.
As per usual, people lined up all weekend to give the Oculus Rift a try. We got hands-on with Dumpy Goin Elephants, the product of an indie game jam, where you use your cranium to control a big old cartoon elephant trunk to knock stuff over. It was my first time with the Oculus Rift, and I'll tell you what, it's very hard to explain the sensation to somebody. You've got to do it for yourself. One of the things that I noticed immediately, though, was the feeling of depth and spatial awareness. Students in the New York University game program brought their titles to show off, too. We talked to Michael Consoli, creator of Against the Wall.
Well, it's a first-person puzzle platforming game set on the side of an infinite wall. You get around by extending these bricks on the wall and jumping around from place to place. There are a number of different cities on the wall, and the cities are connected by elevators, lifts, different forms of locomotion. And you're trying to find and unlock these modes of transportation in order to unlock the next city.
Best of Show Grand Jury Prize went to Quadrilateral Cowboy from Blendo Games, an upcoming surrealist puzzle game for PC. You're a hacker, you hack your way into trains, into architecture with questionable physics, and take sneaky photos in a dark 1980s espionage world. The premise revolves around corporate sabotage. And don't let the DOS turn you off. The hacking interface is actually really fun. But that's not all, you see. The fest features table games too, like Mr. Smee, a piratey adventure game you play with no controllers, just some friends, a few props, and a whole lot of imagination. And that's the best thing about IndieCade. It's bursting with creativity and heart. Just a bunch of people dweebing out and doing exactly what they love.
The social aspect of games, I think, is the core of games, because that's why we play games,
What about the plaid shirt aspect of games?
A little overrated.
To see more about the festival and the winners, check them out online at IndieCade.com.
DweebCast.